Hello guys, I hope you are all doing well. So today the Finance Minister Ken Oferiatta read the budget in Parliament, okay, the 2022 budget. And after the budget, there has been a lot of reactions on social media and the traditional media, alright? So one of the main concern of people is the E-Levy, which is the levy on electronic transactions, okay? So mobile money, ATM and the rest, okay, you can think of them. So the government has decided to levy those ones about 1.75%, and people are going haywire. People are complaining about that and all that, okay. But then my main issue about that is I think the government wants to raise revenue. The government wants to make money, okay. Over the years we've not been able to meet our revenue target, and that is one of the reasons why the government decided to do this, okay. So the government has intentionally, okay, decided to abolish the road tolls, and then in place of that they introduce the e-levy. I know what you mean. I mean, you people will be saying that the government is robbing Peter to pay Paul and all that. I mean, okay, I will agree with you on that. Probably they want to kind of easy make it easy for us, so they try to reduce, take one thing away and bring a new thing. Yeah, that is true. So one thing about the toll is that I think it puts a lot of challenges because it reduces productivity. People have to be on in traffic for long hours, okay. For instance, I happen to pass Kaswa a lot, and then usually I meet traffic along the way, and then you have to be in the traffic for Charlie close to about an hour before your car can even move and all that. So if they abolish the road tolls, I think it's going to help in a way, increase productivity. People will be able to get to their work as early as possible, and then they wouldn't also how do you call it, get exhausted, and then they can get to back the next day and all that, okay. Yeah, so that's about that. And also about the e-levy, which I think is the main concern where people have issues with. The government wants to raise revenue, okay. If you look at our tax revenue, it is actually less than 14%. It's about 13%, okay, which is less than the industry average or the regional average. The regional average for sub-Saharan Africa or is about 17%, and we are doing something about around 13%. So that is not so good. So the government is trying to raise revenue, and that is why they are doing this. I understand that people are pissed off and all that too, because if you look at the revenue we are getting from toll booths, and then what is projected to be generated from the e-levy, we'll be able to make about 500%, okay. So that is quite cool, okay. We able to make some money from there. So that is something that I think we should in a way applaud the government on. But then as to whether the money collected will be used for I mean will be put to an effective and efficient use, that it is up to you and I to decide. And people don't really trust the government and all that. So as to whether the money will put to a good use, I can't tell, okay. Yeah. So the issue with the e-levy is that people think that no, we've fought and we've struggled as a country to get to a stage where we are trying to improve financial inclusiveness, okay. We want to enhance financial inclusiveness. That is we want to make people actively involved in our financial system. People should feel free to go to the bank to save money, to transmit money electronically. You see, when that happens, the government is able to track or keep record of transactions in the economy, and then when they want to collect data, that becomes very easy and efficient. So they want to improve or enhance financial inclusiveness, and then when this happens, I mean, people are already complaining that "Ish, if this is going to happen, then I'm not going to save at the bank again, or I'm not going to transmit money through mobile money, because mobile money is one of the easiest ways, okay, or the convenient ways of doing business, and people have adapted that, and Ghanaians have accepted that. Last year, or I think 2020, we generated about 541 billion Ghana cedis from mobile money, or mobile money transactions amounted to that. And now people are saying that okay, I don't want to be involved in that. I think the reason why the government also want to tax Momo is that they've seen that okay, that is where people think it's convenient. So people do a lot of transactions there, and when that happens, they will be able to generate money. They'll be able to get a lot of money to provide amenities and also provide capital infrastructure and any other thing they would want to do. Okay, so maybe that is why. Okay, don't also forget that government uses about 90%, close to 90% of our revenue to finance, or let's say to take care of remunerations, okay, salaries and compensations, and also to service our debt. So they already need money. They need money so well. Yeah, and the second reason why I think people are pissed off is that the cost of doing business is likely to go high because of this particular policy, the levy. The E-Levy is going to increase the cost of doing business. Okay, meaning the cost of production would also increase, because if I'm supposed to buy something, okay, and I want to send the money to the person, I will also include the charges. Okay, and then if I'm now calculating my cost of production, I have to add that. Okay, because I can't bear that alone. I have to also share that with the final consumer, and that will be a problem. Okay, so the cost of doing business will go up. I mean, will go up a bit. Okay, so that is one thing that I think would be a worry. But then let's hope for the best. I always say so. I don't want to blame the government. I also don't want to behave like I'm indifferent or apathy towards Ghanaian. But then let's be frank. Okay, people don't trust the government. But let's see what happens now. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt in this year's budget, and let's see what happens. Okay, usually we have budget deficit, okay, or what we call fiscal deficit. That is when our expenditure is more than our income. Okay, so the excess of our expenditure of our revenue is what we call the budget deficit, and because of that, government has had to borrow a number of times. Okay, we've had to issue bonds, borrow domestically and also from the external market through euro bonds and the rest. Okay, so it has actually been a worry. Ghanaians are already complaining. As it stands now, our debt stock is around 340 40 billion Ghana cedis. Okay, and that's about 81% of our GDP. Okay, so there's a lot to be done. So let's keep praying. Let's keep hoping that Ghana would change and everything will come. Everything will turn up. Okay, to be the best for all of us. Okay, so I mean, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, but don't say you will not do electronic transactions or maybe mobile money and the rest. Okay, because of course it also be a challenge to you, because that's the most convenient way of doing business in Ghana right now. The easiest. Okay, everybody can operate. It's not complex. It's easy to operate and all that. So people can do that. But then, as I've said, these are some of the challenges that we can face, which is what the lack of financial inclusiveness. The cost of doing business is likely to be high, and then with the total too, I mentioned that maybe productivity is likely to increase. Okay, productivity is likely to increase because there will be less traffic on our roads and all that. So yeah, that's what I have for you today. God bless you for listening. Share with your friends, like and comment. Okay, and let me have your views on it. God bless you so much. Bye bye.